Hello and welcome to another episode of Queen versus. Hello. Olivia.
Hello.
Oh, okay.
Sorry. Was that me yelling? Just happy to be here.
You're good. You're so happy to be
included.
Here. Yes. Yes, absolutely.
Thank you for letting me out for today.
Thank you for having me in your lovely white establishment of a home.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, have you seen the news?
I saw that Grindr was at what is it?
A standstill?
No, they lowered the flag halfway.
Oh, yep.
Yeah.
Their best user.
Their best
Lindsey
user.
Graham
Their pro member has passed away, unfortunately.
How does that make you feel?
I didn't know him that well. You
only saw him in passing?
Yeah. I wasn't his type.
Oh.
It was giving
Anyways.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
How do you feel?
That's funny.
Yeah.
That's funny to me. Mitch McConnell's been in danger, and I think they had killed Lindsey Graham so Mitch McConnell could live longer. They siphoned his old white man energy into Mitch McConnell.
Her life force. They said, "Here you go."
Yeah, because they posted a picture today. They're like, "He's okay, everybody. Look how fine he is," and he looks like 10 years younger.
Right.
Either this is photoshopped or y'all had done some kind of infusion.
That was a sickening filter. You said what filter was that?
Oh, let me write that down.
Yeah, is that the same filter they use on Drag Race? Yeah.
The hazy one.
The hazy one. Oh, the season 2.
Oh.
The season 2.
Season 1.
Season 1. That was the one.
That's thick. You could feel that filter. That was a physical filter.
You can weigh that filter. Listen, goddamn, thickums.
Fog machine they had in there. Let me tell you this. We're talking about some Black issues today.
Yes.
And so this happened to me over the weekend, and I thought of you. I thought you'd love this story. So
I was wondering, because in the notes, it's I have questions.
Yeah, well, let me tell you this. So we went to the lake with Robert's family, and we was having a fun time. There's a man who runs the lake, and I've never seen this man off of a golf cart.
He runs the lake?
Well, no, he runs a marina at the lake.
Okay.
But I've never seen him off a golf cart. But he said, let's go on a nighttime boat ride, which is nervous.
Right,
scary.
That plays very well into the topic of today, but okay, let's do it.
But he took us out there, and he's like, what kind of music y'all like? And he said, I'm playing some of my music. And he started playing Christian rap for a little while. I was like, let's turn this off. And then he said, what do y'all like? And I know he's not going to like anything I like. So he started playing just like old school country, which is, I like country, but I like ethically sourced country. And then he said, I'm going to play one of my daughter's songs. And his daughter's back there. They're lake people. You know, they live on the lake. They do lake things. And he starts playing this song, and it comes on, and it is a Nelly song.
Like Nelly Furtado?
No, male rapper Nelly, you know.
Oh.
And listen to this. Oh. Listen to this. He says, she's probably the whitest Nelly fan. And I look at Robert and I said, I think all of Nelly's fans are white. I don't think Nelly makes music for Black people.
Correct.
And they didn't. I said that to him and he didn't get it. And I was like, that makes sense, Lake Man.
Yep. You said.
I said, let's play some good.
Y'all got a school out here?
No.
Is it very small?
It was so funny though. I was like, we gotta work on this. And he's like, y'all throw out some stuff. And I said, play some Megan, you know? And he wouldn't put it on.
He said no.
Why not?
No.
I wanted to hear some things that would make them a little uncomfortable.
Just a little uncomfortable.
They
said we only know one word. And it's ah.
But that had got me all the way together. That was so funny.
Oh my goodness.
And they did not understand my point.
No, they did not.
And that's okay.
That's okay. That's all right. Sometimes you just got to get away from just thinking so much, you know?
You know how many mudslides I had while I was there?
Ooh, how many?
7. 7 mudslides over the course of our weekend.
See,
I love a mudslide.
I was at the bar and some girl asked for a mudslide and she was like, do y'all know how to make a mudslide? I was like, first of all, this is a gay bar. Yes.
They don't even know how to make a vodka Red Bull, right?
No, we do. We intentionally don't make it because it's like
they know how.
Do I want more Red Bull tonight or do I want more vodka? Which one?
You'll have to give me that cup. You have to give me the can. You have to give me the can.
Go ahead and give me that can.
Because I can't handle this without
also,
it.
I paid for that can. Go ahead and give me that.
Well, yes.
Give me that can. Mm-hmm. Yeah. They'll just like pour it and then set it down like behind the bar. And I'm like, hello, give me that. Because I'm going to drink this down. I'm going to drink half of this vodka that's sitting at the bottom and then pour the rest of the Red Bull in here.
You take your first sip and it's all vodka. You take your second, third, fourth, fifth, and sixth sip
Yeah.
All vodka.
All vodka.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Mm-hmm. Yeah. But yeah, she was like, do you guys know how to make a mudslide? I'm like, girl, yes. Like, we know what a mudslide is. But
No, we cannot make that. We
Right,
don't have milk in
we're
this
not,
bar.
We're not making it. Like, we don't have
A blender.
We don't have a blender. And then also,
Ooh, I love a mudslide.
we don't have milk. We have this like the non-dairy creamer.
Girl.
And she was like, oh, that's fine. I was like, girl, you hate yourself. You hate yourself,
That's
or you're just doing this
crazy.
for clout.
Should we do a fundraiser and get one of the Ninja slushies?
Oh, yeah. Like the little smoothie.
So every time you come over, I have a new slushy cocktail on the counter waiting for you.
Okay, let's do it.
Okay. If you're watching, no.
If you're watching, go ahead. Scan the QR code right here.
Please.
Please.
I would love a Ninja slushie on the countertop.
Yeah.
So what are we talking about today?
So we're talking about re-segregation in America, which
Mhm.
this is something that it's not new to us. However, there is an executive order that has recently resurfaced because it has been signed.
Yeah.
And it's starting to create some buzz because now there are certain companies and businesses that are starting to show their true colors, long story short.
Chick-fil-A again. Target.
Gone.
Been Target.
Yeah, there's this burger place by close to us.
Is that the Trump burger place I keep
Yes,
seeing?
Little Mike's.
Yeah, they have Trump not embroidered.
It's like stamped into the buns.
Branded on the burger.
Branded, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Y'all, simply pass away. That's so annoying. How cheesy.
Yeah, there was this Black creator on TikTok who went there and immediately, one, no. Two,
how the hell did they go there?
Right. And first of all, how were you allowed to order?
Yeah.
But they did. This individual did. And they received their order and they're giving a positive review. And it was blowing my mind because in the comments, they're like, people are like, they don't want your black ass there. Like, why are you there? And then also people know that it's been like, they've been that way since the first time President Trump had won. And so people are like, well, you already knew that this was going to happen. And they were like, I guess he was like jumping in the comments talking about how, well, he was getting dirty looks and he was very uncomfortable. And it was like, well, then why post this?
That's crazy. You get dirty look from them and us.
Right, correct.
Everybody's mad at you.
Yeah, now you done pissed everybody off.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah, it was crazy. So I was like, I'm going to go ahead and report this. Take it down.
I can't. There's a man, he's lives by someone that we know, and he has a Trump sign in his front yard. We're at their home talking, not the man with the Trump sign's home. We're talking to his neighbor, and we're talking about, I hate that man. He's a piece of shit. We never met him, obviously. But they're like, no, you got to be kind to him. He's an old man, he's a good man, veteran. I said, oh, fuck that guy.
Yeah.
I don't give a damn if he's kind. He's obviously not very kind. He's probably a nasty wretch.
Yeah, absolutely.
He must be a nasty wretch. And because I'm like, we can't look over. I'm sure he's nice to you.
Right. Oh, I'm sure he's nice to you.
But the things that he aspires to be and votes for, evil.
There's this, this is a little off topic. Well, kind of, sort of, not really. But in the town that I grew up in, there was this man who lived right by the elementary school. He lived right by the elementary school and he has these signs, these like all these pro-Trump signs, Blue Lives Matter signs, all that, and they're big and bold. And he's next to the lineup for cars and also for buses for kids to get off, get dropped off at school.
Uh-huh.
And this man will wake up in the morning every day to terrorize kids and families that were like people of color. Every day, and he is still alive to this day.
How embarrassing
and
to still be alive.
Still terrorizing those people. And he is literally right next to the school. So the kids cannot go out in recess and play because this man will literally just like terrorize them. And nothing has been
done
about it.
Arm the teachers. Get the teachers 2 guns.
Quite literally.
That's crazy. We were in Sam's Club and there was a man walking with a Blue Lives Matter t-shirt. And I thought, how embarrassing that you got up and you thought, what am I going to wear today?
And you put this fuck ass shirt on.
I love the police. I'm going to wear my police are good shirt to go out and show people that I love the police.
What
How
a Mickey
fucking
Mouse.
embarrassing, you grown man. Get your rotisserie chicken and go home.
Please.
How embarrassing. We're talking about a lot of Black issues today, so I do want to apologize. We talk a lot about...
You.
You haven't heard it yet. You might not. We talk about I'm like a non-practicing white person. I try my best to not practice being white.
Fair.
And I practiced being white last week.
Oh, God.
We went to Chicken Salad got chicken salad.
I haven't been there yet.
And it felt like a Caucasian thing to do. And I felt guilty.
You felt guilty?
We enjoyed it. We've been eating a lot of chicken salad lately. And that feels to me Caucasian.
Can I tell you something?
Yeah, what's up?
When I used to work at the counter, the Black women that used to work in the beauty department loved chicken salad.
Really?
Yeah. They're like, you got to go.
Okay.
It's so good.
Thank God.
Yeah. So I haven't been yet. But
I walked, it's old school. There's tablecloths on the tables. There's carpet on the floor.
Like gingham tablecloths?
No, they're like
it ain't that old thing.
gaudy as hell, but I liked it.
Okay.
It's fun.
I might have to check it out.
Get out there and make you some chicken. Make a difference.
Right. Did it have, what did it have in it?
Chicken and salad and mayonnaise, presumably.
Okay. Nothing
Celery.
crazy?
No.
Nothing
God,
crazy?
no.
Okay.
Raisin salad? I'm not going that Caucasian that day.
No.
I'm holding myself back.
Okay. All right. Cool.
Yeah.
Well, I'm proud of you.
Thank you.
Yeah, you don't have to feel bad for that.
Okay.
But I forgive you anyways.
Shall we dive headfirst into our topic?
Oh, yeah, let's do it. It's a tough one, but let's do it. Yeah, because it's been weighing very heavily on me like the past few days. It's just, I have to like snap out of it because we got things to do, honestly.
Sure.
But also it's just like, it's very alarming.
A part of Trump's executive order was to rid government offices of waste, but DEI and gender extremism.
Right.
And so in keeping with that, they have rescinded a policy.
That's what
that
it is. Yes.
Bars federal contractors from operating segregated facilities. Segregation is still illegal.
It's still illegal.
But the fact that the president is relaxing regulations on it.
And it just shows that it's basically saying that it's, in terms of like when you're saying like relaxing, the federal government will not be enforcing these things. Like if some of these things were to happen, then the federal government has nothing telling them that they have to step in, take over, or investigate or prosecute or anything like that. The federal government doesn't have to. And so it is laxing in terms of that. And if we know one thing for certain, we know that people are going to see this and they're going to try to push it or push what they can do as much as possible.
Yeah. Which is why supporting organizations like the ACLU and people that do legal work to sue the federal government over and over again is important right now.
Right.
Because I know they're going to have a field day because it will be illegal for now. So suing them, that's the crazy. The government doesn't care about breaking the law. Trump has shown that over and over again that he will break the law. And even if he is sued and loses, he's still
going to do it.
Does it? He just doesn't care. Does it anyway.
Correct.
But the watchdog organizations and the people who do the work to sue are important. I want it to mean something. Like I want it to be punished.
I was gonna say, you almost kind of want it to be for them to like be made an example of, or to send a message like you can't do these things.
Yeah.
And then get away with it with just a slap on the wrist or a fine. Because right now that's what it is.
A fine is just a rich people's price to play.
Right. Quite literally.
All that it is.
Quite literally. They're like, oh, well, we can do it because we'll pay that fine.
Oh, a parking ticket? That's just paying to park.
That's just, right. They can do that and they'll do it and then they'll get away with it.
Yeah.
And even if they don't get away with it, they will pay someone off or pay a fine off and things like that.
Be pardoned.
Be pardoned. Or there's no investigation whatsoever and just quite literally just get away with it.
Right.
And it's very frustrating to see that, in words, basically, that the federal government is not protecting you.
Yeah, or being held accountable
Or
in
correct.
any semblance of the word. We're gonna have to do an episode soon about everything that's happened so far.
Oh, like a recap, a yearly recap. Yeah,
I
we
mean,
need to do one.
talking about him not being held accountable, he literally defied a direct order from the Supreme Court, and he's still free. You know what I mean? Like
walking,
stumbling down the stairs.
Yeah. He's not
bumbling.
Yeah, goodness gracious. Yeah, it's been a year. It's been a few years actually. It's been a couple years. There's a lot that has just gone on.
Yeah,
and we're just the things that we talk about just graze the top of everything that has gone on and who it's all affecting, and it's been oversaturated and basically just it's been a lot.
We see this happen over and over again where you have a Republican president come in and do a trash job, and then you don't see or notice the effects of their policies for years to come.
Yeah.
And so they come in, they do a bad job, and then we don't like what they're doing, so we vote in a Democrat, and then all those policies are taking effect. And they're like, what the hell?
And
Democrats are terrible.
A Democrat in office,
The Democrat fixes it, but not fast enough. So like, we need a Republican in office to get us back to where we were before the last Republican ruined the economy,
Right.
Like in New York, Mamdani, they're blaming Mamdani for like a 80-year-old building is structurally unsound. They're fixing it. Like he's been mayor for like what, less than a year, and the buildings are already crumbling. You telling me that he got out there with a chisel and hammer and broke that building down
by himself?
You got me fucked up.
Right.
But we see this happen where they come in, do a bad job, and we don't see the effects of it until later. Like now, there's diarrhea sweeping the nation because there's a what is it, a parasite or something? I don't know exactly what it is.
It's a parasite.
But Trump in the past has cut the watchdogs who are looking out for these things,
the regulations, right, and all that stuff,
keeping all of us safe. And now suddenly everybody's pooping themselves.
Well, and
where did it come from? You think?
Not only that, locally here, we have a town that is on a mandatory boil.
Mm-hmm.
Like more Oklahoma here has to boil their water because there are traces of E. coli in the water. People are not only shitting themselves, but drinking it.
Yeah.
And it's like, when is it going to be enough? And not only that, now people should see, and I do say should, people should see why these things are in place, why these agencies are in place to govern and make sure that states aren't poisoning us and allowing us to drink these terrible things.
Yeah.
But do you think that's going to happen? No.
Oklahoma's had a hard
blame
time
it on someone.
With water.
Yeah.
For a long time.
Yeah.
Republican Oklahoma has a problem with infrastructure. Who knew? There was at the ACLU event we went to, I think you were there as well.
Yeah.
They talked about in the past, Oklahomans were protesting water treatment plants trying to get better.
And they made it illegal.
Instead of fixing the issue, they made it illegal to protest at a water treatment plant. How queer. Classic Oklahoma.
You'd hope they'd learn, but they won't. They won't. Not here. Not here.
Now, gearing our focus back to Trump's racism, over the past, his tenure as president, he's been slashing, protections, but also attacking Black history,
right,
and DEI, and Black people.
Mm-hmm.
Just not too long ago in the Netherlands, they had removed plaques honoring Black soldiers and Black history. Why do you think they did that?
I wonder why.
Meanie heads?
And Republicans refuse to see that Black history is American history.
Yeah.
But we can't possibly recognize the fact that let's backtrack. We can't possibly recognize that one of the only reasons why Abraham Lincoln freed the slaves is just so that we could have more soldiers and help win the war.
Oh, yeah.
Right. But, granted, yes, that did lead into freeing the slaves. and Republicans will hold on to that.
They love to say
that. They love to say that. But without that sacrifice of those Buffalo soldiers, with the, pilots and soldiers that were just on the ground, specifically Black soldiers, we would not have the America that, one, is being challenged to this day, or two, the one that people get to enjoy.
Yeah. It might have been Bumpkinville by now.
Right. But we can't celebrate and we can't recognize those, because then what Republicans hate to do is give praise to any sort of person that's not a cis white male.
Cis? Yeah. I find it annoying when they speak, period. They love to be like, Republicans freed the slaves. Republicans did that. We championed that. And then they're like, we hate talking about history. Why are we talking about it? But like in your version of history, because their version of history is wrong. But in their version, shouldn't they love to talk about it? Like if what they're saying is true, they should be like, yes,
we did it.
That's our history. We fixed it.
Right.
But instead, my new thing is whenever I see somebody with a
Confederate flag,
I like to comment, you fucking Democrats. I'm sick of you Democrats. Because then they have to be like, I'm not a Democrat.
Like,
I thought you had said that. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Your whole point was that the Democrats were the ones who were like pro-slavery and the Republicans had to come in and fix it. But now you, a Republican, are carrying a pro-slavery flag? How strange.
It's almost like the Bible, and twisted to make it match their agenda.
Yeah.
Twist those words.
Make Jesus do a back bend because he did tumbling as a kid.
He did. Gymnast.
That's lesser known. He's a carpenter and he did tumbling.
And he did twirler.
He let a little ribbon.
He was a flyer. Yep.
Spin that little ribbon, Jesus. Get out there and do it, Jesus.
No, it's annoying. It's annoying, but yes, we are seeing like people removing plaques and then infrastructures or changing the names of buildings.
Yes, right. In 2025 in Virginia. Well, previously it was Fort Lee in Virginia.
Right.
They changed it to Fort Greg Adams to honor 2 Black officers. And then recently, this anti-DEI, because having a Black name is DEI, they changed it to Fort Lee again.
Right.
And it was originally named after Robert E. Lee, the Confederate general, and they changed it to Lee. It's still Lee.
It's still Lee, but
Fort
it's
Lee.
It's
a different Lee. And
correct.
I'm gonna read you this the news article in Virginia. They wrote this as their headline.
Okay.
They wrote, Prince Georgia County, Virginia, Fort Greg Adams officially restored its name to Fort Lee, effective immediately. Official announced Monday. That was a news station. And they go on to write that it's about a different Lee. But you notice in the beginning they said restored, as if it was the
Lee that they were talking about initially, which it was not.
Right. The words give away their context of their beliefs.
Right.
That feels racist to me.
Right. But it also, so that it is the importance of language, and people can hide facts, or media can hide facts, because one, they know that the people are not going to do the research.
Yeah.
Especially the ones that they're trying to cater to.
They love to not read something.
Right. Yeah. Correct. So they can get away with it, but it's still a slap to the face of African Americans and people of color in general, because we can't celebrate your people unless they have a name like us. And it's frustrating, but it's not new.
Sure.
It's definitely not new.
Yeah. Been there, had to deal with that all. Yeah. That's fair.
Yeah.
I don't know. It really feels never ending. The Arlington National Cemetery, they removed references to Black and female soldiers just over and over again. Like just finding ways to cut DEI, but like to Trump, DEI means that you're Black, I think. Is you're a woman, Black, or gay. Right. That's what DEI means to them.
Yeah.
And nothing's happening. Like they're just allowed to do it. Like they're allowed to do these crazy, egregious things and like nothing's happening. Removing monuments and historic media and updating history, changing history was supposed to be like a conservative nightmare.
Yeah.
Because they had screamed from the rooftops. You can't take down monuments. That's history. You can't. I got into a fight with my grandpa because they elected a new mayor in a big city where he's from. And overnight, he had this mayor, I think it was a woman. Women can be mayors too.
Nothing can.
She got out there and she had people remove Confederate monuments without talking about it, without any kind of vote.
Right.
Nothing. She got out there and did it. He's like, can you believe that? I said, I love that she did that.
I love that.
I think that is sickening and cunt.
Right.
And he said, no, you can't do that. That's our history, bud. I said,
do you want to celebrate that?
right. That's first of all, you fucking Democrat. You hate that. But I here you are talking about you can't remove historic monuments. You got to keep these statues up. And then we have all of these things, these websites and placards and monuments and names on buildings.
Right.
And like they're just taking them down without a word. And they're like, you know what?
Like, yeah.
That should be done.
That should be, yeah, that's correct. Because didn't Donald Trump attempt to put his name on a building?
He successfully did, and he covered it. Is it still covered the tarp? I'm not sure. The Trump Kennedy Center.
The Trump Kennedy
He had to remove it.
He
asked for an extension because he said, the weather's bad. I don't want to get my hair wet,
Oh,
so they asked for an extension, and then they covered it with tarps. And I don't know if they're down, if they actually complied. Doesn't matter if they complied, because what are they going to do?
Right.
Arrest him?
Yeah.
I
That'd be the last thing that they did.
Take him away.
Please take him away. Take him away.
A public place.
A public place. Please, somebody please do it.
Wouldn't that be
please. But they were all for that though. They're all for replacing that history. Like, yeah, do it. He should have something. What he needs is a jail cell with his name on it.
Correct.
That's what he needs.
He is putting his slogan on Social Security cards for newborn children.
End it all.
The Freedom 250 logo.
End it all.
What? He got his face on national park passes.
No.
He tried to put his face on money. He got, what else? I think that's it so far.
So far.
He's working on it.
Right.
And that pisses me off because there's not going to be an after for him, and that's annoying.
Yeah.
I want a Christian hell for him to go to, and it's so unfair because he is an atheist. He doesn't believe in God. Like he's like, I'm a Christian. No Christian. If you truly believed in a wrathful, vengeful God of the Bible, you wouldn't do the things that you do.
But they're justified in their religion because the religion itself made it to where the ill treatment of people was fine as long as you didn't consider them people. If you consider them property, you can do whatever you want. Women included. It wasn't just slaves, it was women as well.
Mm.
And it justified them. And they still believe that it justifies their actions because they still have that same mentality, thinking that women, children, people of color are not people.
Yeah.
And so they are justified.
They say it out loud.
They do say it out loud. They do say it out loud. Bold
nowadays.
And bold.
Yeah. Bold typeface.
Right. Because that's what DEI is all about. Is the inclusion of those people.
And they hate that.
And they hate it.
They despise it.
Yeah.
Ain't nothing. Nobody gets angrier than a conservative who has to see somebody do okay.
Right. They hate to see people happy. That's what it is. If someone's not suffering, then they automatically feel like that they are suffering.
Yeah.
Then they're the victims. That family over there is too happy. Something's wrong.
That is so true because you see how angry they got when people on welfare were allowed to buy candy or sodas. And like, they don't need candy or sodas. They're on government assistance. And it's like this
right.
Children and people who are so poor that they can't afford their own food. And you're like, but you should never be able to have anything as a treat.
But a large percentage of people that are on welfare are white. They're white.
Mm-hmm.
So what is it really? because it's always the ones that complain the most about it are probably benefiting from it, and they don't consider it welfare.
I know people back at our old church. They had gone out there. They love a food stamp.
A food stamp.
They love a soup kitchen line. They love to go to church and get something for free. And they love to go home and vote Republican. They say, we got to get these damn communists out of here.
Make it make
And then they want to complain about the selection at the food kitchen.
Right.
Girl, shut all the way up.
Shut up.
Y'all got me fucked up.
And that's the annoying part of it. It's like, but media, whoever is in the White House at the time, will doctor these facts to say that, there's
doctor the facts.
They don't want to do that either.
No, exactly.
They don't want to do that.
Yeah.
They definitely don't want to do that. But they'll say, the population of Black people or Latinos are increasing when it comes to welfare. And it's like, no. We might be increasing, but that's just because we've discovered that we can partake in it.
Because whenever a regular person does something to get ahead, it's like y'all are just scamming the system. When a rich person does it, it's genius.
It's genius. It's smart.
Right.
They use the system to benefit them.
And
and then it's like groundbreaking. But if it's a regular person, someone who works a 9 to 5, or you're working, why do you need help?
Yeah. I saw people say, what's trashy if you're poor but classy if you're rich? And they're like, having somebody else take care of your children. Figuring out the system, finding loopholes in the system.
A tax
trashy
break.
if you're poor. Yeah, trashy if you're poor.
A tax break is trash. It's trashy if you're poor. Great if you're rich.
Right. Sought after.
Love that.
That man who I was arguing with about that, I didn't argue with him about that, but he went back and forth on Facebook a lot because he's a shithead Republican cunt. And I went back for my grandpa's funeral, and I walked in, and he shook my mom's hand and my dad's hand, and I looked at him like this. I didn't shake his hand because I hate him. I do.
Good. I hope he felt that.
He is one of the people, talking about what's going on now, it's not, people saying it's not normal for so many people to be talking about the president's death or like hoping for it or wishing for it. And I'm like, y'all didn't grow up where I did, I guess, because y'all had no clue. If y'all didn't have any clue how these white people in southern states were talking about Barack Obama.
Wanted him
in church.
They wanted him hung like Jesus Christ.
Literally, I remember that man specifically.
Heated.
That man specifically talked about how it's not going to take very long because somebody's going to kill him.
Someone's going to take care of him.
And I'm like,
they used to do that all the time.
Church, right?
And not just him. They would say his family. They would even go a step further and say his family. That family doesn't belong there, but it's okay. Someone's going to take care of it sometime soon. I'm sorry. Who are you?
And now you want to clutch your pearls because we're going to have a field day whenever he passes on.
Right. And we're stopping at him.
We should have gone out drinking today when Lindsey Graham passed away. We should have had a mimosa in his honor, his gay little honor.
Should have. I mean, some people were celebrating at brunch.
Hell yeah.
Some people celebrated at brunch today.
Cheers.
I know for a fact they did. I know they got fucked up in his honor. And then opened the Grindr app.
The day it happens, whatever I'm doing,
we're going to go to that.
Cancel our plans.
We're going to go to that bar, remember?
Oh, yeah. Free beer. We got to do like a 17-hour drive.
Yeah.
Minocqua Brewing Company. Get in the car.
Get in the car. It happened. Get in the car. Yeah. Sure will.
They need to let us know before it happens. We got places to be.
That's fair.
Yeah.
I thought we're canceling the plans, though. People will understand.
Yeah, but 17 hours, it'll be old news by then.
That's fair.
I want to know. You got
right at the time.
The next trans person who tries to attack someone, it's always a trans person.
It's always,
They've always carved their manifesto on the bullets. Like they're like, I'm trans and I want to change the world because I'm trans and I'm mad. I'm carving this on this bullet.
A manifesto on a fucking bullet, please.
Get over yourselves. Grow up.
Jeez.
More bullshit. Have you seen people talking about this more? Pete Hegseth's war on beards in the military. He can't grow a beard. I think he's pissed about it. And if you can't be clean shaven, they're going to evaluate you and discharge you. And first of all, does not having a beard make you better at murdering children? I don't understand. I think people with beards are able to blow up brown children just as easy as people without beards.
Right.
So
Absolutely.
Why do they care?
So why does it matter? But also, it used to be the manliest of images. You see it on a freaking paper towel brand.
Cracker Jacks box.
They have the man on the logos. Brawny, beard, full beard, lumberjack. Like the people that they idolize had all these manly qualities.
Yeah.
And now we're policing hair growth.
Yeah, because people were able to get extensions or like specialty passes, to exempt them from shaving if they had, the dermatitis or whatever it is that made it uncomfortable or painful for you to shave.
Right.
And now it's like, nope, you got that. We're going to evaluate you and discharge you from the army. And you'll never guess who is disproportionately affected by this policy. You never guess.
Who?
It's black men.
Oh, of course.
The specific thing that they had an exemption for affects black men far more often than it does white men.
Which I say we, because shocker, black male.
Blackmail. There's a photo of me.
We also have a high percentage rate of eczema, which eczema is something that can either happen early in life or later in life, which
boy did it.
Yeah, I learned about that working in nonprofits, and we had to, when assisting with African-American children, we always gave a supply of eczema therapy, lotion, medicine, things like that, because sometimes it produces earlier on. And when it comes to shaving, that is a irritant for said eczema. And once you start shaving, then it starts to get worse. And the more you shave, the worse that it gets. And then it literally makes it just like uncomfortable to just exist. And so with this being what it is and targeting those black men, it's like, oh, well, sorry about you. We don't have that problem.
Yeah, the goal is to exclude. And people are like, you're just not that. You're just reading too much into it. But everything is deep.
Everything is deeper. These conversations are being had. Just because you're not having these conversations, it doesn't mean that these conversations are not being had, and they're not the conversation that made this come to be what it is.
Yeah. Because, if you think that they're not figuring out ways to fuck people over, you really think they sat in that White House and thought, we want a military full of little sissy boys with clean-shaven sissy boys. No. They want to hurt people.
Absolutely.
And so they're doing it successfully. And God, they're trying everything to get under people's skin. And it is working. It's just getting worse and worse and worse. But at some point, they'll have to be stopped. Somebody stop them. I don't know what injunction needs to be filed, what lawsuit needs to go through, or what needs to happen. But at some point, when are they going to wake up? His supporters and be like, you know what? My God, too far. That man I talked about earlier who had that sign in his front yard, he's taken that sign down recently. There was another guy down the way who had an ultra MAGA flag. Ultra MAGA. Super pedophile. And so he took that flag down. Baby, why'd you take that flag down?
Why'd you take it down?
What was the final straw? What could it have been? It wasn't his felony counts. It wasn't his held liable for sexual assault. It wasn't his, accusations of being a pedophile from multiple people.
Right.
What was it gas prices? You're like, you know what? I can handle a rapist, but I cannot handle gas prices getting to be $4.
I had a dream the other day that gas was 97 cents.
1997 cents.
It was 97 cents. Wow. Republicans would hate to have that. That's a nightmare for them.
Yeah.
That's a nightmare for them.
How queer. What a dream.
What a dream.
What a nighttime to have. You rest peaceful that night.
I
fill your tank up twice. I'm gonna drive just for the fuck.
I said we're going on a trip. We're going on a trip.
I'm gonna leave my car running in the garage just for the hell of it.
Because. And I'm gonna sit there and I'm gonna look at it.
Yep. Burn that gas.
Burn it.
I can afford it now.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's
hello.
Crazy.
Oh, goodness.
But it's just these continued attacks trying to make it like literally to him, DEI is just black people existing, is queer people existing.
Yes.
Is women existing. All of DEI to them is, I mean, they're screaming about Ketanji Brown Jackson. They're like, all of these decorated members, and we got the DEI hire. I'm sorry, you don't get to just be a Supreme Court justice. I mean, I guess you do if you're a Republican, but
right.
To them, somebody who is black having a position of power, well, how'd you get it? Because it can't have been working towards it and doing the job. Michelle Obama, they think that she's just this dumb idiot, and she's more qualified to do it than her husband was.
Right, and probably more qualified than a lot of the people that are operating in Congress and the Supreme Court. Like
Kamala Harris was the most qualified candidate we've had
in years.
She had experience in all three branches of government. And they said, she is just a DEI hire. We've got to go with the man who's qualified, the con artist from New York.
She was more
a sexual predator
than her president, in my opinion.
It's not your opinion. It's true.
It's true. Right. So I'm just, please give the person who is the most least qualified, who is the most felonious person to represent America.
Beautiful word.
Like, yes, by all means, let's do that. Let's pick that one.
That is the temperature check on the racism in America, right? Who is more qualified? The candidate on this side who has experience in all three branches of government but happens to be black, or the con man pedophile who has been charged and convicted with multiple crimes and is verifiably racist. And like, I've got to go with that guy because he's not black.
He's not black.
They said, it's not that. It's just she's an idiot. It's just she's dumb.
And she's a woman?
Why do you think that?
And she's a woman? No, she can't lead.
Right. Why do you think that? Why don't we break that down? You tell us why. Well, people say she's just dumb. She's just stupid.
She's certified and qualified.
Yeah, why do you think that she's dumb? A girl on Facebook back at my old church, she's a dumb bitch. She posted this video. It was Kamala Harris giving a speech, and she was slurring her words,
we talked about this.
Yeah, I said, this is a fake video.
This is not the original video.
Right, this has been cut and slowed down. And I said, here's the original speech. And she said, I just posted this, I posted this for fun. There are countless videos of her doing a bad job I could post. And I said, why don't you do
it? I'll wait.
Go ahead and post a video of her being drunk on stage and slurring her words and being inarticulate. And she said, I don't have to prove myself to you. Oh, but you do, because lying's a sin, you dumb idiot.
And it's also defamation of character. But there are plenty of times where we can pick that this individual, Donald J. Trump, who, if he does not know what to say, he starts insulting. Or he sounds like he's under the influence of something. Or he sounds tired. When they used to ridicule Joe Biden for being tired
and
all the time. Yeah, and old. And here he is just falling apart in front of us.
Yeah. Whenever Trump was elected, I put it on Facebook. I said, wow, I can't believe this. We have the oldest president in history, too old. And they're like, are you kidding me? You were going to vote for Joe Biden and he was old and you're kidding me. And I'm like, but y'all had said Joe Biden was too old. The onus is not on me to prove myself.
Right.
The thing is, you had a stance was that Joe Biden is too old to be president. And then here you are voting for this elder. And now you suddenly change your tune.
Right.
You are a hypocrite. And that's not my opinion. It just is true.
It is facts. It's facts.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Today, Robert had told me, he said, do you know this person? Apparently near us, there is a gay. And I'm not saying like, oh, he's gay. I'm not saying, oh.
Is he a fairy?
Gay. I mean, a fag, mama. He said this gay person that goes to college around here was caught on video calling a black person the N-word. And so I looked up the name, and mama, tell me why this person is in a blouse. Literally in full
regalia.
Beat in the daytime, in a women's blouse, just a gay, just a homosexual to the bone. And you're out here antagonizing other people, other minorities. You don't have a license. You have no license.
You have no license. These people...
Just a local queer from the college down the road out here being a bigot and is wearing a women's blouse.
Right.
Are you kidding me? Grow up. You cannot put on a women's high heel shoe
Right.
and be a racist.
Right, because it was black trans women who helped you do that. Who
Right.
paved the way for you to be able to do that in public.
You gonna call Marsha B. Johnson the N-word?
She probably would.
Right.
She probably would. And
Right.
she'd probably get a brick to the face.
And that's how it used to be.
That's how it used to be.
You say something crazy like that, they rip your women's blouse off of you and then beat your ass.
Beat you with it.
Because it's a cute blouse. I'm going to keep that.
And I'm going to keep that.
But I'm going to beat your fucking ass.
I'm beat that. I'm keep that.
But that's crazy. I'll give you the name after this and see if you know who they are.
Oh, okay. Love. I can't wait to hear that.
Local gay.
Love
Local
that.
gay demonizes
Local-
community. Oh, really?
Oh,
Who would have
really?
thought?
Who would have thought? Local white gay
Yeah.
demonizes community. Yeah. Cool. Great. Okay. So we're going to transition to the story that's been bothering me here for a bit now. Have you heard the story of Nolan Wells?
Yes.
Okay. So this is fairly recent. July 4th, there's an African-American, not just African-American, he's biracial, multiracial. This is a person of color. Kid, specifically, 18 years old, goes on a trip with friends. He, in pictures, appears to be the only person of color.
Mm-hmm.
Goes on trips with friends. They go out to a beach area. This is in Mississippi. After the weekend, his friends come back. Nolan is nowhere to be found.
Because they're like on an island.
They're
They
on
had
an
to take a
island.
boat to get
Correct.
there.
They have to take a boat to get there. Correct. And it's a private island.
Mm-hmm.
It's a private island. You have to take a boat to get there. It's the only way to get there. Friends come back. Nolan's nowhere to be found. But they have his possessions. They have his phone.
Mm-hmm.
They have the keys to his car. And no one reports anything. No one says anything. And the first thing that these friends, Nolan's friends do, or their families, they lawyer up, delete all social media.
Mm-hmm.
Suspicious.
Yeah.
Very suspicious. When Nolan's family hears of Nolan's disappearance, reports him as missing, no one seems to know where he went at first. And then it comes to light that someone is in possession of his keys and another person is in possession of his phone.
Mm-hmm.
And when approached, they have no idea what's happening, or no, they don't have the items at hand. And then when law enforcement isn't informed or involved, then these items start to appear. And right now, it's kind of being looked at as an accident, but this is not an accident.
Well, even like they were talking about on his phone, his Snapchat was empty.
They said his Snapchat was empty. He had,
That's
yes,
weird.
yes, not only his Snapchat was empty, but all text messages were deleted, phone calls deleted. It was the phone itself was wiped clean. It was wiped clean. Why would that happen if there's no foul play? Here's the kicker. One of these so-called friends, they happen to be the son of a local judge.
Really?
Yes. Police have been investigating. They couldn't find him. He was nowhere to be found at said island. They scrubbed island to island. And the family goes to go look. And when the family goes to look, they don't see anything. But then the next day, the body just appears.
Mm-hmm.
And it's more so like these things keep happening in this case. And the reason why this weighed on me so much is because when I was younger, I was that kid. I had a whole bunch of white friends and I was, hanging out, going to lake trips with my friend and their family. And it was like, wow, that's crazy.
Mm-hmm.
That could have been me. And I want to say that this may not be the case for Nolan's family, but my family had to have a conversation with me. They're like, hey, you need to be careful. Keep your phone on you at all times. Call me when you get there. Call me when you leave. If you get bored, call me while you're on the road. Like that kind of stuff. Or they would just keep tabs on me.
Mm-hmm.
And seeing all of the misplaced evidence or more questions are, forming than answers. It keeps happening in like the Black community. And it scares me to think that it's just gonna go cold. Because that's historically speaking, that's what's going to happen.
Sure.
Because none of these white kids are going to be held responsible for this. And even if they are, they're probably not going to be trialed as adults because, they're just 18. They have their whole lives ahead of them, which tends to be the argument. Well, we can't just throw away their lives.
I mean, that's what happened in Stillwater recently.
Right, correct.
He literally was guilty of raping those people, and they're like, community service.
Excuse me, huh?
This white person in rural Oklahoma rapes people, chokes people, and they're like, yeah, community service. He's just a boy, an 18-year-old boy. Mama, that's a dangerous man who's going to kill someone.
Correct. Yeah. It starts there. It's not going to stop.
Right.
It's always going to progress.
Yeah, you think he's remorseful now? You think he's not going to do it again?
Right.
That's not a person. That's not a person.
Right. It infuriates me just to see that it's happening still because this is not the first time it happened. You had another individual Black woman who appeared on a lawn dead after having a sleepover with a bunch of her white friends, and no one knew what happened, and they're ruling it an accident because she was intoxicated. I'm sorry, what?
Right.
You're not going to do an investigation into that?
Right. You don't just die on a lawn.
You don't just die on a lawn. And then not only that, for a situation like that, it requires a lot of investigation. And for her, unfortunately, they didn't even spend a year on it before they closed the case. And people were able to just go away and live their lives.
Right.
And you can't sit up here and tell me that it was just an accident.
Mm-hmm.
And it's always in these like southern states, because I do believe in the case of the older Black woman. She was in Georgia. Here you have this boy in Mississippi. And I don't think people grasp the idea of how serious this situation is. They have had celebrities step in to do independent autopsies because they can't trust the local government to tell the truth.
Right.
They have to pay to move the body away from the city that it was found in, away from the state that it was found in, to do an autopsy because that local district, city, state, whatever
might be lying.
Yeah. So now we need to do an investigation on that.
Yeah. I mean, we know. We know law enforcement is full of white supremacists.
Of course.
We've known that for a long time.
Absolutely.
And so you cannot have a reasonable investigation about a crime involving racism or hate crime without having their bias be a part of it.
Right.
And so that man in the Blue Lives Matter t-shirt, somebody needs to tell him that the police are not functioning like they need to be functioning.
No,
they are not. They're not here to fix things or keep peace. They're here to help rich people keep their property,
right,
and to kill unarmed citizens.
Right. They are not here to serve and protect. They are here to carry out an agenda.
Yeah.
That is exactly what it is.
Yes.
And it's not new. It's not new for us. And by us, I mean us, people of color. Whether you're gay, whether if you're a woman, it's not new.
Yeah.
It's not new. It keeps happening. And there's this, saying that Black people don't lynch ourselves. We don't lynch each other. We don't walk around with nooses around our necks. And so throughout this whole reign of terror, you're starting to see Black and brown people either being murdered, because we just had a murder, and it was in Houston, Texas with Lorenzo.
Another murder.
That's just another murder.
Mm-hmm.
And then so whether it be murder by ICE or murder by just citizens, these people feel empowered to murder people of color because they know that they'll get away with it because their president has already gotten away with more and worse.
Yeah. Yes.
And it keeps happening. But like you said, with all these other situations, like, what is it going to take for enough to be enough?
I don't know. I wish I knew. Wish I could tell you.
And I wish I knew the answer to it.
Mhm.
It's just crazy that I wanted to talk about it, one, because we don't want things like this to just go unnoticed, because that's what they're hoping.
Right.
They're hoping that we won't talk about it, and we're hoping that we won't bring attention to it or bring light to it. But something's got to give.
Yeah.
Something's got to give, and someone is going to be held responsible, because if they're not held responsible, I will not be responsible. And by I mean like people like me, because there are a lot more people that are enraged by these situations, as they should be.
Yeah.
As they should be, because we've already talked about it. Like, if we don't do something about it, it's going to keep happening.
Mm-hmm.
And there should be no way that these people in this world feel that empowered to commit atrocities with the feeling that they'll just get away with it. They'll get a slap on the wrist. They'll get community service, or they'll just get a fine.
Yeah.
That's not the America that we as people of color, African Americans, women, fought for. Because we know that the cis white men didn't do jack shit for it. They're just reaping the benefits.
Yeah. Well, benefits.
Right.
They think that it's an attack on them.
Well,
if they don't get to have power over everybody, they think that they're losing something.
Yeah.
Which is crazy. But yeah, it's a scary world, and it's getting worse. Not worse. It's operating at the same magnitude it used to operate at. You know?
Absolutely.
Yes. It's not even used to. It is just how it always has been and continues to be, right?
Yeah.
Marginalized people are still in danger and always have been in danger. And it's going to take radical change to make it stop.
Oh, yeah.
And nobody's ready for that conversation yet, but they're going to have to get ready real soon, because they got to have that conversation real soon.
Hey, y'all better hope it's a conversation.
Right.
That's the ideal
Mm-hmm.
solution. It's us sitting down at a table and having a conversation.
Yeah.
And not burning buildings
Full
down.
civil unrest.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right. Which is what they want. Because then they could just unleash the law
Right.
upon the American people, which they are already doing. But now it would just give them the empowerment to just, unleash full hell.
Right. My God.
Yeah. Is there anything you want to leave the people with?
I am curious to see, like I say, what it's going to take for people to wake up and have a little compassion and a little bit of insight into how their neighbors feel, how people around them feel and are struggling with, and are able to recognize the evil that is going on. I don't know. I can't wrap my head around how it's not unbelievably obvious.
Yeah.
But for some reason, be it evil or stupidity or what, they're just so okay with all of this horrible stuff happening. And it's going to have to change. Something's going to have to give, because we cannot coexist with these people anymore.
Oh,
we
yeah.
Can't get along with them while they try to kill parts of our communities.
Yeah.
It's insane.
Yeah.
Anything for you?
Thoughts and prayers going out to Nolan's family, first and foremost. And yeah, same thing that you said. It's something's going to have to give, because it will happen to you. It's not a matter of it could be you. If nothing's done about it, it will happen to you. And it's going to happen sooner rather than later, unfortunately, because they are moving at a very alarming pace. And something's got to be done about it. Something's got to be done.
Yeah.
Because we can't keep living like this. It's
And
the world. The world as we know it is falling apart. And we, the people, are the only ones who are going to be able to fix it and restore some sort of normalcy to this country.
Please.
Yeah.
My God. Well, thank you all so much for listening. We appreciate you. These are big topics, a lot of stuff to talk about. And it's just the surface. There's so much more to talk about.
It is, yes.
So much more. Get out there and read about these things and make it your mission to know what's going on. And you can't know everything, but you can know some of a lot of stuff, And so keeping tabs on it, knowing what's happening, knowing how people around you are struggling is important. And so stay tuned in.
Yeah.
Stay on the frequency and fight back. Well, I have been Olivia Lycan.
And I'm India Naomi.
Join us next Wednesday for a brand new episode of Queen Versus. But until then, goodbye forever.